What's up, everybody? So I just had a great time down at Brian Barczyk's place and was on the Checking In podcast. Actually, technically the Been Wondering podcast.
I would think that the worst part of that job wouldn't be the animals. It would be trying to keep Kevin in check.
To her winter home.
That's going to get demonetized, Kevin. God damn it.
That's pretty accurate,
Yeah.
actually.
I mean, I love Kevin. Don't get me wrong. He's one of my favorite
yeah.
people on the planet. He is out of control
Yeah,
all the time.
he's like from the moment he gets up. Now, and mind you, he's a very light sleeper, so sometimes he's up at 3 in the morning. You know, it's go, go, go. You know, and it doesn't ever stop.
Yeah.
Even when he's taking a break, that's when he's like on his phone responding to social media comments.
Oh gosh,
But
that's dangerous.
That
in
is
itself.
dangerous in and of
Yeah,
itself.
you guys need to take the passwords away.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you want
exactly,
to keep
exactly. We had a great time. I was there with Will, Nace, and Summer.
I found it interesting. You've also done you do alligator wrestling.
Wait, you want to see me stick my head in his mouth?
You do. I mean, when you think of a Florida person, it's like you're it, right? You're like,
he's the epitome.
I'm wrestling some gators. I got myself some rattlesnakes. Never wear shoes. Never wear
Did
shoes.
she ever pee?
What?
Have a good night. Thank you so much, guys. All right,
Later.
peace out, guys.
I have to pee so bad.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's
We do
interesting.
everything
that
on
you guys
Twitch,
don't.
so.
Yeah, do Twitch. We were talking about that earlier. I thought
Yeah,
that was an
yeah.
interesting jump for you guys, but it seems to be working really well.
It's been working really well, and that was Donny, man, because Donny's
Yeah.
a gamer, and he used to stream on Twitch all the
Oh,
time.
okay.
And
He
was
still
like-
does.
yeah,
He
he
still
still
does.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are playing Naked Dude Hunter, and we are looking for dudes, and when we find the dudes, I remove all the dudes' clothing, and I force them to kiss me on the mouth.
And he was like, man, we got to jump on Twitch. Like, it's
Yeah.
a totally open platform. Like, I think we could be really good. And sure enough, it took a little while to get people to jump over to the platform, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
It's been great for
a
us.
pretty ballsy move because Twitch is definitely not considered an animal platform.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
any stretch.
Exactly.
You guys got a partnership with them, didn't you?
We just recently got a partnership
That's
with them.
awesome.
So yeah, it took us a while, but
Yeah,
we finally made it
the
happen.
threshold of Twitch is pretty heavy, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Also full of fat. Fat and facts. That's the two things I'm full of. Yeah. You need the keys? I got a key.
What are we doing?
You got the key for Wally's?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're moving an alligator
Yeah, if you want
because it's really cold.
But we do this every year. What's exciting about this year?
Because we're playing with an alligator. You don't like playing with alligators?
Can we just admit that we do this every year and it's getting boring?
We 100% do it every year, but it's never boring. Alligators are fun. Kevin, are you excited like a little schoolgirl? Woo! Look at that. Look at all that excitement.
Kevin, what do we have out here? What's here? No, stop.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited! It's time to put the alligator away! The Arctic tundra air came down from the Midwest, or from Canada into the Midwest, and it's making things cold because we have a hurricane coming up here, and then it creates this. So I don't know what he's doing because he looks like a giant
Say it.
treat.
A treat? Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Now, is she upset? Hold on. Are you gonna have her come out?
We're gonna see. She doesn't like Dan because she knows Dan might try to eat her. Wally! Hi, baby. Wally!
How do you let Wally know that you're not here to kill her and you're here to...
She actually knows.
She knows?
This is happening. She doesn't know about this guy. She's like, she's completely. Let's see what she does.
She's so cold, I don't think she's gonna.
Her brain's working. Oh, my baby. Come here. I know. No, my baby.
No, the best thing to do, Kev?
Hold on. I just don't want. I gotta keep her out of the water.
Get a moving blanket, Kev.
A moving blanket.
Yeah. Lay down a moving blanket here. We can just pick up the corners.
Come here.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
She getting heavier, Kevin?
Pop out your herring. on the back.
Oh yeah, seriously, you just had surgery. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hi, baby. Okay, somebody grab from behind.
Yep, I got you.
Oh. Hold on.
Oh, I can get
It's the algae.
I'm gonna get Kevin's ass. Almost ate shit.
Come here.
Christ.
Hold on.
Yep.
I just need to get. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
Let her do it. Put it down. Don't go.
What?
She gets loose in New Hampshire. That'd be awesome.
Dude, we've done this numerous times. You never carried her the whole way.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Dude, you haven't even been here.
Dude.
What is wrong with you?
Let your alligator be an alligator. Let it bite you.
Dude, did you just find that in the wild?
First of all, he needs to shut up.
You gonna fight him?
The amount of gibberish that's coming out of your mouth, and the problem is it's all incorrect.
Oh, there it is. Man, there's that tail.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst part.
This is great.
It's dangerous.
You're on ice.
For Donny. Ready, Donny?
We're good. You want me to get in? Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, do it. Come on. Hey, Wally. Oh. All right. Party boy Rob, you coming? Oh, now it's a party.
All right, boys, we'll be back shortly. Don't get bit.
It's all... Okay.
Why do we include the horrible hog monster?
He got in. I
I
didn't.
was going upstairs. You said, we're going to move Wally. Let's go. I'm like, okay.
I was being nice.
Is that? Hello. She opened her eyes. Where are we going right now?
We are going to an undisclosed location to bring Wally, our alligator, to her winter home.
That's gonna get demonetized, Kevin. God damn it. All right, so it looks like we're.
Wally does not like Dan. Right now we're on a date,
Yeah.
and this is a nice fall date with my baby girl.
And what are you trying to accomplish right now? What are we doing with the ramp I'm standing on?
I don't really know. That's Dan. Dan's always gonna try to figure out an easy way to do things.
Okay. So you're riding. You're gonna ride it down the ramp. All right, cool. Let's do this. Okay, guys.
My baby. I just don't want to scare her. Hey, sweetie. She knows what this is all about. So we're just gonna kind of play the game. All right, I guess I have to pick her up. So we're downstairs in the dungeons of the nerd. This is actually a wonderfully large Suriname red-tailed boa, and she's probably close to 10 years old. So this is constrictor. So this is a true red-tailed boa. So a lot of times when we hear about red-tailed boas, you go buy in a pet store. Those are Colombian boas, and those are called boa constrictor imperator. This is boa constrictor, and this happens to be a specific locality. This is the Suriname. So this is a male. He's glorious. And so we're just at the very beginning of our boa breeding season. Generally, constrictor starts breeding later than our Colombians, which are our call albinos, our sharp albinos, IMGs, and all that. But I'm kind of getting these guys lined up. Albino.
I hate to interrupt you.
But you will.
Breeding activity.
They're breeding right there.
Oh yeah, they're breeding.
You can go over there, but we'll do that in a sec.
Wait, say this again.
Okay, so this is actually, she's gonna go into a shed. That's a lipstick albino. So that'd be like a super hypo call albino with the coral albino lipstick. Coral albino lipstick gene are pretty much the same, but it's definitive of these high red snakes that we aspire to have. Typically what's happened, I notice, is very often most of the albino boas that we see generally, like your reptile shows and stuff like that, unless we have very specific boutique breeders, tend to be more on the yellow side. And I want to really be into the coral albinos, which are really red. I could show you great examples of that, but let's go up here. Here's a cool one. So this guy's shedding. So this right here is a Roswell Super. So that's the Super Roswell. And he does not look so glorious because he's shedding. But you see this ridiculous side stripe. Really, really cool morph. This originated as a Suriname ladder tail. So they had a morph that came out of Suriname constrictor, and then they bred that into the Imperator. This is a big hypo Roswell het albino. She's shedding. Here's a big IMG. I sprayed her down earlier today, so she's a bit cold. Hi, sweetie. Increasingly melanin or melanistic
melanin
gene, yeah. So it just means it's like hyper melanistic. You know, like the black dragons. So we still have an animal that could be patterned like a normal boa constrictor, but it's hidden under this black paint job, and it makes this incredible blue. We can show you some other ones, but Dan wants to be very, very...
It must be very loud in the background while we're filming.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have the opposite of an IMG?
Binos and stuff would be the opposite because basically it's the genetic code for the repression of melanin, and this is overactive melanin.
Okay.
That
Oh, look at that.
is leucistic and IMG together.
There we go. Look at that.
So remember we talked about paradoxing?
Yep.
Those little, that's leaky genes.
Leaky genes, guys.
Yeah.
See, there's a big one right there.
Yeah.
Is this where you hide?
Back and forth because I'm really excited about where just the boa breeding right now has begun. So we proceed, with the boa breeding and then reticulated python breeding, and then we ease into. I actually have some ball python breeding that's begun, but we really get busy next year with a lot of our breedings. So right here, everything's shedding right now because they're pretty much on the same feed schedule. So this is a blood boa, and here's a little male blood boa, and these guys will often breed smaller, and classic blood boa would be the dark red eye, indicative, and the red belly. And blood boas, I can't even speak, vary a great deal. But this can be really amazing when we breed this into albino with hypo. So a lot of cool things to do with that. Here's, let's look at this. So this would be a black-eyed anathoristic. So in this case, it's missing the yellows and the browns. So this is a black-eyed anathoristic. Hey, sweetie. And this is what makes things like makes like an IMG anathoristic black devil. And then we take, hi, sweetie, come here. She wants to eat. This would be an IMG anathoristic albino hypo, and it almost has like a greenish look. And then this is a pastel hypo anathoristic. She's got a little rub on her nose, so sometimes when they want to breed and stuff like that, they tend to get more active, and sometimes they'll bang up their faces. This would be beautiful IMG. So this is IMG anathoristic. So a lot of these are anathoristic and the IMG together. Nice, sweetie. In the daylight, they're absolutely silly looking.
I'm definitely getting the iridescence and stuff. These are very pretty.
Yeah, we'll go over here and show something breeding. Okay, so over here, Dan, who's got, is there flashlights, or did you run away? Because you can't be quiet.
I ran away.
So these are IMG variations, anathoristic IMG combos that are in courting behavior. So that's a male, big long tail. He's smaller, he's shedding. And he's mobbing. There's two males mobbing this one female. So come over here.
Is mobbing a technical term that you're using?
No, it's two males that are actively courting that female. And there's like an albino IMG combo.
Yeah. These are different kind of caging, man. We don't show caging like this very often.
I
This is
often don't show.
Yeah, you're being very secretive with some of your stuff. This is a big deal.
You only happen to be here producing the fall.
Ah, you've got plants in here. Why do you do that?
Actually, I really like it. I just actually repotted these, so I kind of let them stay in the pot too long. But what's really good about it is you want to be aware of the moisture content, and it's all about humidity and stuff. So the pots, as the plant is doing what it does, it loses the humidity from its dirt, and if the thing starts wilting or something like that, so always keeps me on point, always making sure I'm watering it down. So as I add water to that giant area, that moisture is going to breathe throughout the day. So right in there, see that? That's a water dish.
Okay, yeah.
See it?
Yes, you're pretty anal about that. Why is that?
Because it's like you don't want to dehydrate them, their kidney function, and this is an animal that really doesn't tolerate a lot of dehydration, and they tend to move once they're in a rainy cycle. So I think in the wild, because they come from the rainforest, it's always raining, so every day it's generally some kind of rainfall, and that is usually what gets them moving and actually gets them defecating, which is all some of the tricks with these guys. Is what they'll do is they'll eat, and they always want to eat. But if you keep feeding them, what you do is you kind of like pollute the body, and then you can start having problems. So generally what I try to do is get it so they eat a meal and they digest it, and then they rid their body of that. And once they've rid that, it's time to go into the next food cycle. And what I can generally do to get that to happen is by raining on them and getting them just to move around. So usually rain will start the activity, and as I start doing these guys are going to start moving around. Sadly, I have a couple of my lights out right now. My ballast just went on a couple of my cages. This is some coral albino stuff. So this is the Call True Coral Lipstick Albino stuff, genetic stripe, and then you layer on more genes, which we're using. Generally, it's arabesque, it's motley, it's salmon, super salmon, and you get these different combos. But this snake is just glorious. What do you think of this one, Rob?
It's probably got jungle in there too.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? Thank you very much. I sit here and I just stare at it. Yeah, there's a lot of jungle.
Wild.
Lots and lots of jungle too. I forgot all about that. I don't know why. But
That tail stripe, and then the arrow on the head is like classic. Look at that snake. Wow.
Nice.
And you said this is the call line?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So Call Line is Pete Call, who's originator of all thing albino boas. And he's the guy that first reproduced albino boas in captivity. So Call is, we give credit to the originator, and it would be Call, and then there's another line which is not compatible, so it does not locate itself at the same locus site, and it's non-allelic, and that's called the Sharp, named after Brian Sharp. And I can show you a little bit of that too. Okay, so this would be a Sharp line albino. Sometimes you could say it's naturally a little bit more orange, but with the Call stuff we have there was so much introduction of other orange and red gene carriers like square tails, the orange gasm, things like that, and just having really pretty boa stock interlaced with the gene stock that Pete first started using. But once again, this is the Sharp albino. So this is a 3D Aztec. So this is when you start breeding Aztec back to Aztec. And this snake is just, man, isn't that
is wild.
Isn't that just beautiful? I love her.
That's really cool.
So here's a VPI T positive combo. Exactly what it is, that's a good question. I'm not quite sure. It's just something we've been raising, and she can be a little grumpy, but she's just gorgeous.
Look at that.
Donny, do you know what this is? Donny, this is actually indication of ovulation, not ovulation. You might call it ovulation, but the correct terminology is ovulation. And she also gets very defensive. So this is actually when the mature ovum then leave the ovaries where they've been developing for months. And they are then released from the ovaries, and they're passed into the oviducts where they are then fertilized by awaiting semen. And I'm not talking the people who live on a boat in the ocean.
And that's ovulation.
That's right. Cool. You figured out a way to strong out semen into a conversation. That's cool.
I gotta turn my camera on, dude.
You didn't turn your camera on.